Good evenings, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day, everyone. It's just as always, and yeah, I normally don't stream on the middle of the week. Normally, I do it from Friday and Saturdays, but for a few occasions, I do streams earlier. Since Valentine's Day is a pretty big deal for many people around the world, but there are also those people around the world that are pretty much lonely. So yeah, it is really terrible. I was terrible. I'm whereas sad that people around the world who has no one special to celebrate this particular day with and to spend it with. I know that for a fact I am among many of them people. And if anyone asks, well, Special, you have five goddess. How can you be feel lonely? Well, I mean, I hadn't even really celebrate had Valentine's Day with her directly in person yet. And that's one of the few reasons I really felt, despite having someone in my life, I really haven't been able to celebrate this particular holiday, Valentine's Day, with anyone otherwise before. I know that many actually love this day, and they really spoiled their girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, or even husband or wives. But it also to be saying that despite this day had been around so long, and it just, you know, but there are in fact some of my friends that hasn't even been able to celebrate Valentine's Day for, well, ever. But some of my friends have been able to do, but like Dashi, he hasn't been able to do celebrate Valentine's Day much with his new true love. But even just being able to stream or video chat with someone like that or FaceTime is just one step. But it is not the same thing, be honest. I really prefer to have my girlfriend next to me to celebrate this. I wish I just could take her out on a date today. But it wasn't just not that simple as it is. If I really had the ability, I probably would have just flown over there, spent day with her, but it is not that easy. But even in the past few years, I did actually receive a Valentine's Day gift from her, but this year I didn't receive anything. Well, since the reason is that her mom hasn't been feeling well lately, so that's the reason why that she hasn't been able to send anything. In fact, she didn't send me anything for Christmas last year, mostly because that they were, well, they were also a little bit overwhelmed and they were a little bit short of money. And, you know, since Christmas holiday is the biggest holiday of the year. So I hadn't even received any of my Christmas gift from $5 or even Valentine's Day gift this year. But I decided to just send telling her that she didn't have to go buy anything for Valentine's Day for me because she can just send me over the Christmas gift that she can do as Valentine's Day, Valentine's and slash Christmas gift at the same time. Even if she sent me the gift maybe just a week later after the actual day, so I don't mind. I mean, I prefer to just could be wait even for another several weeks or something. In fact, one time I was to receive, what about to receive a Valentine's Day gift from her, but it didn't receive until like much later on. And she always gave me this barcode so I can track my package just in case. And the last date I managed to record, let's check on it, was in by the end of the May that particular year. And I knew that they were supposed to be arriving from Denmark to my country in early June that year. But the thing is, despite how many times in a day and in a week, I checked and checked, but I didn't receive any. There were no further updated. I like. It was weird. And then in August, in early to mid August, we received a message, or at least my dad received a message, that the package had arrived at final destination. And it turned out it had arrived to Sweden in the beginning of June, but ended up in storage. Like, really? So they had to be spent in like almost 2.5 months in storage rather than be just being shipped off to its final destination. That's just that's just so low. But in the end, I did receive the package and I loved it. But sometimes postal service can be a pain in the butt. But what can you do? Anyways, like I said earlier, some of my friends has never been able to experience of any relationships, Valentine's Day as much as many of others. Unfortunately, that particular friend is actually here in the backstage, which is this guy.
I'm kind of like getting ready and also doing this at the same time. Also, I
Hey, so what are you getting ready for?
to go to mom's. Remember, I gotta
Oh, right.
do it at 5.
Huh. Hey, well, how's your day been so far then?
Not bad. I mean, I didn't get anything for Valentine's Day yet, unless mom got some stuff. But
Yeah, I hadn't even got anything from Fire Goddess at all. Not because she didn't want to. It's just her mom hasn't been doing well lately, and so she didn't want to stress her mom even further. So I told her rather than going just buying something for Valentine's Day, she could just send me the suppose my Christmas gift or gifts as a Valentine's Day as well, which works for me. So yeah, that's and other than that, I really haven't done much. Today I got up early around 1 in the afternoon, watched some TV, and been at the computer just a little bit before going out for bowling, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I really haven't done much. I just really wondered how many people can actually, you know, not like this particular holiday, even though as my parents have said, this day is just overrated. You can show your the same passion, compassion, same love, same affection for your special someone even every single day of the rest of the year. Why do you have one particular day for just that? Well, I mean, I can't argue with with that logic, but at the same time, I kind of agree with that because why particular holiday as Valentine's Day for just only one day, but you're supposed to be showing more extra affection for someone you like than the rest of the year, just normally? It's just a bit strange. But even particularly that Valentine's Day itself has been celebrated for, well, really long time. I think it was, um, it says here on Google, at the end of the 5th century, Pope Gelasius I forbade the celebration of Lupercalia, and sometimes attributed to replacing the St. Valentine's Day, but a true origin of the holiday is vague at best. Valentine's Day did not come to celebrate as a day of romance until about 14th century. So I mean, considering at least Valentine's Day itself was has been celebrated for such a long time, since the 14th century. It's quite a long history in that. But many people, when it comes to Valentine's Day, many people really overdoing it with gifts to their loved one. Like they're just overwhelming with tons of flowers, chocolate, and teddy bears. I was like, it just sometimes it can be overwhelming. In fact, even when I will have the girlfriends back in school, I never received anything for Valentine's Day. Never. And that's just the thing. I knew that Valentine's Day was a very special day, but I never received anything. And even though I never received, I never gave them anything because, well, back then I was just a dumb teenager, which at the time I didn't know much about dating. Even though I had someone, but I still didn't know much about actual dating. Even though I only knew little about it, but not a lot about it. I really wish I could have been maybe more serious. In fact, I only went on one date with one of my recent ex. Just one single date. One time I was supposed to be going on a date when I was, uh, I think that was around, uh, I was about 15, because I guess around 14, 15. My girlfriend at the time had invited me to go to see the movies with another friend of the ours who was also dating, so like a double date. Well, she told me that she was going to call me um, the time when we were supposed to meet up at the movie theaters, since we live in two different cities. And she did call. She did call me, but I didn't receive the call because at the time my sister had a friend over and she was using the landline. And I was like, I knew I was expecting an important call. And my sister's friend used the phone at the time, and boy, so I really missed out not only a date, but also a true experience when it comes to dating. I was like, well, and not long after that, my girlfriend at the time then she literally called me up in the evening one day, just wanted to talk to me for some reason. I was like, okay, makes sense. If you're dating someone, you just want to talk to you. That was before I even had a cell phone. This was in the early 2000s, around 2004, 2005, or like that. So she called me. She told me over the phone that she had found someone else to be with and just hang up. She broke up with me over the phone, quite literally over the phone. And the fact we went to the same school, I was really heartbroken for 2 weeks until I moved on. But then, a while later, we actually went back together at least two more times. But yeah, as it is, didn't date anyone until I was back in when I was around 17, maybe. Here's the thing: my one of my last girlfriends I had in the school, well, when I first starting, she was a bit older than me. Well, she was actually, I think, around I think she was a senior. We were in the same class. When I started dating her, I lost all feelings for her almost immediately. So when we broke up, my feelings for her came back. So we went back dating, and they disappeared again. So we went back and on and off, like back and forward, like for almost more than 10 times. Literally for more than 10 times. I lost, I lost track of that. But then After she finished school, I was single for a while, and then I started getting dating another classmate of mine, but it didn't work out. I mean, for a fact, not even her family even knew about us being even dating at all. I was like, what? Why? Is it really common for to mention at your family that you're seeing someone back in school, but never? It's like it's a very difficult how to even to approach this to families, of course, but I was really well. Like I said, that one didn't last long either. Maybe for not even a year. I don't even know for sure. But then I was single for a while, and I started dating some another my ex again after I started working around this around the same year when I was just finished school. But not like run away. I just there was until like a couple of months later, and it did actually work out. We did spend more time at her place and either my place, but mostly at her place, watching movies. I mean, or TV, or just talked. We never did anything else in it. But after our last time we broke up, I think no wait, one time when we did broke up, between that, another person was somehow showing interest in me. But here's the thing: I was about 22, 23 years old, like that. But this particular person was not even, she was literally older than me, like twice my age. She was like 42, almost 45, like that. She could have been older than my mom for that. I was like, well, I told her, turn her down, for sure. But then, after my last time I broke up with my last ex, but at the time, had the time, you know, I decided I want to be single for a while, and my intention was to be just single for just about maybe 6 months or maybe a year. But it lasted for up to 7 years, almost eight. I was giving up hope to even to find one, but then I came across a person on YouTube which I started dating after a while, and it's looking good. But then near the end, it fell apart. I don't know exactly what she did told me, but she said something like I was using her as an old toy. Oh, Kurt Lane's here. Um, but this was around the same time when I was actually started meeting or at least get to know Fi Guys. She was just one of my fans, one of my friends that I was just talking to, and then she admitted she had feelings for me. And that, I had to say, is the only time in my life that I had two girls was in love with me. And I didn't know what to do. Should I even break up with my current girlfriend at the time and be with someone else that I just start talking to get to know? If I did that, I would have been classified as a player and, well, or at least some form of cheater. But I started getting feelings for my for my even to I started even to develop some feelings for Figod at the same time. But even though I felt a bit, almost betraying her, my ex at the time, but I didn't. I decided to remain with her. I tried to salvage my relationship with her, but in the end, it didn't work out. So the same day when I broke up with her, I ended up with Figos. And before anyone says you are a player, I didn't have intention to do that at all. It just happened. And would you have been blamed if you had an experience of dating someone and then suddenly there were another girl was interested in you at the same time? How would you do it? I mean, since that was the first time I even experienced it, I didn't even have any idea what to do. Well, I used to be like just telling off the other one that I'm not interested in her, but I mean, I was still pretty much new in like dating for a long term and even long distance. I had no idea what to do. So I tried. I even some kind of ask spiritual advice to tell me what to do, like a sign. In my belief, I'm not Christian, so that means, as people were wondering, I actually follow my own religion that I came up with. So that's it. So I asked for a sign, and it showed to stay with my ex. I tried. I really hard now trying to figure out how to save my relationship, but no matter how much I tried, the damage was already done. There were only a matter of time before she would have ended it anyways. And I have to say, many people wonders relationships is there are they easy to be with? To just like are they like dances of roses like in the movies? No, far from it. They aren't. Relationships are filled with challenges every single day. In fact, even if Game Guy never had one, so he has no much an experience of that. But you know, challenges in a relationship is very tough because there are certain rules of things you shouldn't do. Like if you're talking to something, if you're still in touch with your ex, like if you're in good terms and that you're still a friend of yours, some people saying that you can't be a friend even with your ex because that would be awkward. But in fact, I'm still pretty much a friend of some of my previous exes. In fact, I even work with my exes at the same place. How would I felt when I found out? Well, I was surprised. I was quite surprised to find out that she was there. But if she somehow have any feelings for me, if she does, well, I doubt it that anything's gonna happen because the main reasons why I broke up with her is that I wanted to get married. I wanted to start a family one day. But here's the thing: she told me that her mom told her that she should start a family because she would not handle kids. And also thing is that she has this genetic condition, a genetic sickness, and it also lower the chance of her even to have a child with any time. And the third, the most of all, when she if we were to be married, we wouldn't be living together. We would be living separately. And that is a thing I could not stand. How it is like it's like almost if you use just news and if you if you knew if you recently got newlywed newly if you recently got married and started living together, make plans, and if like oh by the way you can't live with me anymore or live with me, you have to live with separately. I'll be like, why did we have spent so much time planning for the wedding and the marriage and we were not even supposed to be living together? What kind of marriage is that then? I mean, I really want to have at least, well, 4 or 5 kids in total. But to be honest, though, when I broke up with her, well, I didn't even tell her. I didn't even told her that we are breaking up because the last time I saw her when she was living at her old place, I just went home afterwards and I didn't even tell her that we were breaking up. In fact, I didn't even see her for the next several weeks. I never told her that we were even breaking up. I should have mentioned it, but I think she maybe got the hint of that in the end eventually. But then she started dating another guy, and dude, this is a this is a very strange one because shortly after they got together, just after 1 week, they got engaged. even though they had known each other for a while, but they got engaged just after just 1 week. And unfortunately, though, their relationship it didn't work out. But here's the thing: a friend of mine told me that supposedly she flushed down her silver engagement ring in a toilet, but it turned out to be not happened. But instead, she threw her ring in an open field, just like threw it away. I mean, that's just odd. And why would you do that? I mean, even there's a silver ring, but they're still pretty much expensive. You could just probably just go back to this when you bought it. You could have it melted down or even sold it. But throw it just out in an open field because your engagement didn't work out. That's just. I mean, I had never been engaged, so I have no idea why she even did that. But still, it was one of the most oddest stories I ever been told. The first story when I was told that she flushed down the ring, I was like, why? Why would you have even done that? I can understand if she was, well, heartbroken. I mean, it's just one of the strangest things about it. But yeah, I mean, people can be complicated. I mean, it's not like they're open minded that you can just simply read the minds what they're going through. But it is one of the most weirdest things. It is just and to find love. That is another thing. You can literally find someone at every single places in the world, like in school, at work. Hey, you can even find your true love in a next door neighbor. That is another thing about it. You can literally find almost any love almost anywhere. It can be it could be an old childhood friend. It could be a next door neighbor, or it perhaps could be your brother's girlfriend's sister, or something like that, or one of your sister's friends. Oh, that reminds me of a story that an ex told me. Um, this is pretty awkward, but um, my ex at the time when she told me this, I was around 16 years old or 16, 17. She told me this that she used to date an older guy, and she was around the 15, and the guy assumed that he was in his 20s, I think. But here's a plot twist. She find out that this guy was a teacher, not one of her students. One of she was not he was not a student, a teacher of one of our school, but turned out that the teacher was that her boyfriend was the teacher of her oldest sister. When she found out that she was dating her oldest sister's teacher, she broke it off. I mean, I I have heard stories of teachers falling in love with their students, but yeah, that's another a big no-no. Honestly, though, but to find love with someone, it's always one of the big mysteries. I mean, even Game Guy at one point even asked someone back in school, but she rejected him. And that's another also part of that. I had also been rejected once myself, so I know what that is like. I mean, I was in love with a same girl for 11 years. but I never received any form of. I mean, she knew about my feelings for her. She did, but she never told me because at the time when I started approaching her, well, not face to face, I gave her some love notes. She was already having a boyfriend at the time, which I knew about, but they were eventually broken up. But I don't believe it was because of me, though. It's just sometimes relationships are aren't long term. But despite that, she kept the notes, and I later find out years later, and that's for I think it was around 17. I was just I asked my ex because my ex had told me once before that this girl I had a crush on saved those notes and read it from time to time. So I thought maybe she were in love with me, but just too shy to even ask me or to telling me. In fact, I was the same personality back then also. But when I asked my ex about this, she told me that the reason is why this girl I had a crush on never told me because she didn't want to have my heart broken. So what I'm saying is she never had any form of feelings for me in that same way as I had for her. If she had told me that back then, I would have been heartbroken for sure. I likely would have cried, but as a 17-year-old, I took it really well. I didn't even cry. Was I heartbroken? Yes. Did I take some time to get move on from it? Definitely. It took time, but I moved on, and I just simply had my feelings for her gone as the wind. But I still like her as a friend, and it's just that some people can be really so passionate in love with someone, but sometimes the other person can feel not the same way. They can be suffocated. Think about it. Sometimes love can be the most strongest feelings that anyone can have. Sometimes it can just be one way to respond it. Like if Colleen was in love with a girl and she didn't like him the same way, it's just only be one way feelings. So it's just about that. Sometimes love can be a strong emotion, but can also lead to a great sorrow, as it is. Uh, if Twilight Star's daughter was being bullied by Scootaloo and Diamond Charter's daughter, what would they do about it? Well, easily, if Starlight and Twilight's daughter if they find out about it, and they will probably have a just conversation. They will have a discussions with Scootaloo and Diamond Tiara. But if they were unaware of their daughter being bullying someone, if they find out, they will be how to say devastated. They likely just been having a conversation with Twilight and Starlight to talk about it to make sure this does not happen again. Especially that since Diamond Tiara used to be a bully herself, and she didn't want to have the same pattern to be passed on to the next generation of her own family. In fact, even Damjar's mother, spoiled rich, also were at one point kind of bullying her own daughter, hoping that she would be the next
Oh,
school
jeez.
president or class president. But in the end, Diamond Tar stood up for herself and her friends because most of her classmates were blank flanks. They didn't even have a cue mark at the time, like a CMC. And only that her mother said that only they were socialized with ponies that had a cutie mark in high status, like Silver Spoon. But eventually, Diamond Jara realized her true her mistake were because if she had even Silver Spoon herself would eventually just cut off her ties as a friend to Damiantiora. If that happened, she wouldn't even have a single friend because even back when she was the director of the school newspaper, she tried to rule that thing as her own, I know, her as her own empire or something. But eventually, she was replaced with someone else by the teacher. So in the end, Diamond Chora and Squirreloo would have a conversation with Starlight and Twilight, and to make sure so that they talk to their own daughter, so they this repeating of this bullying isn't repeating itself. And it's just horrible that that's happened to be mentioning that. It's just yeah. So uh, ooh, Codalate, are you serious with trying dating sites? Oh boy.
That's a no for me.
Not only that, to be fact, I have been hearing a lot of like a lot of stories of um people that's using dating sites, all from Plenty of Fish, Bumble, uh, Cupid, okay Cupid, and even Tinder. No matter what they are, have been a lot of strange people. Some maybe just complete nuts, like a nut case, or as worst case, you would end up in a completely nutcase person that would turn out to be a complete stalker. There actually have been a few people that has been on using any form of dating sites like Tinder, had been catfished, but not in like a bad, in not the same way as from the TV show Catfish. But this ones, those times were people end up being brought to this place. I can tell the one story. There was this teenager. He was actually 17, but he looked as he was could have been as a 20-year-old. He already had slight beard. He was around 6.5 feet tall, and even though he was Tinder is only for from 18 and up, he did end up meeting a girl, and when she offered him a drink, he declined. She went almost different switch in her mind, like she went from a smile to a frown. But when he asked to use the bathroom for a break, for a quick, she allowed it. But here's a plot twist: in the bathroom, in the behind shower, there stood an older, mid-aged man. But unfortunately, this teenager, he was stronger. He managed to just knock out the man, and this girl, who was probably in her 20s, she saw this happen and she started screaming because that man was actually her partner. Another story I heard is that this guy, I think he was in his 20s, he was just talking to this girl, and he actually met up a bar, and they went to her house, and which led for more drinks, which led to more yada yada, bedtime, and well, you know what I mean. But the next day, like the next morning, he woke up next to her in bed, but then he heard something in that someone was coming home. He first believed maybe it was her parents. So she claimed that she was single and was living alone, or that she lived with her parents or something like that. And what the thing is, what happened, he quickly hides in a closet or was something like that. I don't exactly remember where he did hide, but he's seen this older mid-aged man just walk up to her, and he first believed maybe this could have been her dad, but they were starting kissing passionately. which not a typical thing a parent, a daughter, and dad would do. So after that, he left. He went to the bathroom, and this guy, he put on his boxers, and I think he's only where managed to get it put out on his pants, and he thought that this guy, or this man, would have been taking his while in the bathroom, in the shower. But not at all. The man literally just walked out just a few minutes later, just in towel, and they locked eyes. And this guy realized this is, well, my life is gonna end right now. And the man asked, "Who are you?" And then he saw the girl who looked panicked, and then he looked back at the guy and her and him, and then he realized, well, before anything happens, the guy just took off running downstairs and out of the house and left. But then, the thing is, she texted him later for asking that he can come back for another time, and turned out that this girl was actually dating this man, or at least married or something. And well, how to say it other than he blocked her. Apparently, that she liked the thrill of being caught in the action. It's like, I mean, first of all, he managed to escape the first time. What about the saying that he would have been caught the next time? And if this guy was strong, big, middle aged, I would not have been surprised if this man would have been armed next time. In fact, I heard one story that is pretty much the same thing, except that this guy was a young man of Jewish heritage, and he ended up in a bed with a young lady around the same age, around that in their 20s, and that she was dating a man who had a swastika on his shoulder. So basically, and he was basically clean shaved on head. So he was basically what also called neo-Nazi or something. So and this guy was a Jewish, and the only thing that he would have been detected, but he forgot a slight thing about on the nightstand table. And I think it was a necklace that had been in his family since his grandfather was very precious to him. And the guy probably didn't see that, but well, I think the guy managed to grab it and ran out the house. Trust me, it's just so. If you want to use dating sites, go for it. But just being aware, there's always some bad people on those. Just saying. Not necessarily every single websites or dating sites are 100% safe. There can be some bad people using that for scamming or stalking or even as worst of all, murder. For in fact, there have been a few cases of murder that involves Tinder. Not always. Not all people are bad on dating sites, but just always be aware there can be some crazy people. And the main rule, if you're using a dating site and the same person is local at the first meeting place, remember always, always a public space where there are a lot of people around, like a coffee shop or a park, but always there are people around, not a single empty place. That is the absolute big no-no because when it comes to dating from dating sites. Always remember to choose dating sites or public spaces like a Starbucks or even local cafe or something like that, but never meet up at a complete empty place because you never know what this person can be. Could have been a killer or just simply a nutcase, but it just always being prepared. Always meet up in a public place. That is all I would recommend you do. Because the next day, your family probably won't even hear from you ever again. I'm just saying, it happens. If Queen Chrysalis disguised herself as Twilight and Starlight's daughter, would they even notice? Honestly, I don't think so. Here's the thing: if you look at the the royal wedding, thing is, Twilight knew Cadence, and she couldn't even separate them apart when she was introduced Cadence, quote unquote, while it was actually Chrysalis. She can even tell apart from who is the real um, Cadence. Only the only thing that she could tell them apart when she made that dance, because when the other Cadence saw this, she didn't do the same thing, and that is what only make them apart. But otherwise, a chrysalis or any changeling could actually look like an identical, as in like an identical twin. So I don't think Starlight and Twilight's daughter couldn't even seem to tell if it was chrysalis or if there was a real Twilight at all, unless that there were a slight different personality in their how they act. If Chrysalis acting a complete different compared to the real Twilight, then it would be easy to tell them apart. But if she mimic exactly as the real Twilight, now that would have been much harder for to tell them apart. And that's just one of the few things. But ay ay ay, Chrysalis. People wonder could she ever be reformed? Which, in my opinion, no, not at all. Because she doesn't care much friendship at all. She thinks that friendship is like a disease, which it isn't. If it is, I wouldn't even have been talking to these two guys or any other friends I have. uh, but Cody, if you want to do, uh, dating sites, just remember, meet up in a public space, like a cafe or something, because I'm just saying this is I've been a lot of bad people that are using dating sites. Some people can just be in complete nutcase, other being really so bad that they can end up in a stalker. Just saying.
uh,
So
didn't never mind. Hey, by the way, I put a thing in the private chat. Hey man,
ah event. Um Valentine's Day?
nope.
That would have been too easy.
Nice try.
Yeah, well
Uh,
that would have been too way too easy for all. Um I say A.
hey, hold on a second. I gotta change my name to a guy, and also zero strike. You might want to put the
Yeah.
things differently so that we can see the amazing name that I'm gonna get.
I actually have put a
Uh,
lot of different uh,
and that's the
for
first
Hangman
strike, by the way.
myself. Oh, damn. I'll put a lot of movies in as another and a few uh, TV shows, anime, and some other cartoon series, and yeah. So the total of 21 pages of that document. Fun's gonna be, and we're not going to take all of them. I think the stream will only be 2 hours. Uh, Cody, you can go next. I said A. Um,
Well, in an hour, it's going to be 5, so.
Probably. He said E. Um, I know for a fact that one of the people that's watching this stream right now is Robert Freeman. At least I'm assuming that he he did ask me the story for was it Misty and Pip Petals. It wasn't about a big challenge at all. I did ask Figon about his other opinion for a story, Pip with Flurry Heart. I wasn't sure if it's gonna work or not, but I asked her over her opinion, and she said it can definitely work. So that's might happen if at one point. But I do know for one thing, there are no picture with them together as fan art, as far as at least for a thing of at least. But
Oh, I better give
um,
Malzad a heads up. Give me 1 sec.
to be honest, Crystal should be reformed because like I said before, she was only a villain that could see being reformed and never going back to her old self. Um, that's possible, but with her opinion of friendship is like a disease, I don't think she even would. And I go with C, the letter C, the third in the alphabet. Yeah, and so Robert's second identity asked to do um, Pip with Flurry Heart. Yeah,
C.
it might happen. Just I don't know when. Um,
Ace guy. That's also a strike, by the way.
Dang. Um, yeah. So and especially that the gift that I made for Figo, based on like gummy bears, well, 3 hours long video. The thing is, that was supposed to be in the 8,600 subscriber special video. Yeah, I changed my mind about that since I recently reached 8,600 subscribers. I just will try to figure out which store to do as a special. I mean, I have many stores in mind I can probably choose from, but right now I don't even have any slightest. and honestly, although I am too hungry for even you know, to do anything.
Ias.
And,
And there's no I also. That's the
mm,
third strike.
T, letter T.
T.
And despite I actually have steak for dinner,
What? I'm gonna do this. Casey. Casey.
I know for a fact that Game Cat loves steaks.
They're not bad. I'm just saying. Also, T is your fourth strike.
Oh dang. He said, "Oh, um, this particular steak was actually not those, your average thick. This was actually quite thin, like almost the same thick as as a pancake. This one is known as how to say it, roughly translate to leaf steak. Leaf steak. It's pretty good.
Listen, my name right now is Aceto, and I love it. So, Aceto. See,
uh,
Aceto's not bad. I like it. Aceto, because that's clearly a
D,
thing that exists. D.
letter A, D.
Ace D. Ace Dito. All right. There's no D.
I will be muted for a little bit, so
Alright. He did get a letter, though. Ace to Dow. Because that's clearly a thing that exists. Wait, hold on. I know. I know. I know exactly what I'm gonna put that you. There you go. You wasted now. Or you wasted. You aced though. Or Cedo, I guess. You a Cedo. It's excellent. I really hope he says N or W. Because then it could possibly be you aced it now. That would be an excellent name. Aceto. Ace Aceto. I love that name so much. I'm putting that on the list of names that I really enjoy in this game. And yes, I did make a list. Don't worry about it. I have too much time on my hands. Give me a sec. Good names from Hangman Part 2. Even though it's only going to be this video and it's probably not going to be that much, but give me a sec. Aceto. That's. Wasn't one a Cinecore or like something crazy like that? I remember that being something. Like a Cinecore. And I loved it. And it was like amazing. Alright. R. Oh, you should not have done R. Because I'm gonna come up with a great name. Give me one sec. Acidord! Oh yeah. That's a name. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful name right there. Acidord. Acidord. That's fucking brilliant. You can't come up with these things. You gotta appreciate the weirdness that are these names. They're brilliant. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. I can come up with something better than this. Hold on. Wait. Put the T here. Then put the D here. Ace Tower. Or even better, Ace. Or of course the classic Pesador. These names are just it's fucking amazing and I love it. Like I can't help myself, I'm sorry. I really can't. I have too much fun with this. I couldn't help myself. I needed to. It needed to happen. I'm sorry. I'm putting Pesador down because I fucking love that. Alright. S. Alright, hold on a second. Ace. Alright, hold on a second. I need to come up with a name first. Ace. Ace Sedowert. Or Ace Seducer.
Okay, I'm back. Okay.
He kind of did a lot of letters.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm gonna let I'm gonna let Swedish do a couple letters, alright, Cody? Because you did I don't know how much you did. You did U. So you did R and S. So that means you have two letters Swedish.
K. Letter K.
A Sudoku. That's also your sixth star, guys.
M. Letter M.
A Saddam. And that's your seventh star, guys.
Nah, damn.
Alright, Cody, we're caught up. So you're next.
Okay, if Misty and Pip would get married, would they live stream the wedding or keep it for friends and family?
Aces.
I think they would probably just live stream it. I mean, she is much into that, so I would say they probably live stream it with friends and family. But the question
Oh
is,
wait.
where? Like, if it's Maritime Bay or Separate Heights, who knows?
That's also your eighth strike. N is eighth strike as. Also, my name is Mason Doghart, and it's just incredible.
Ugh, I know what it is. I think. But to
I
make
think I think
sure,
the rule is you had to say yeah, you have to say a letter first.
L, letter L.
I'll put the L here.
Yep, I know what it is.
All right, you can say it then.
Super Bowl.
Yep, also known as super overrated. I'm not a big Super Bowl guy. And of course, we gotta talk about Mason Dahlkert. That's just it's an excellent name. I'm putting that down. I love that. Mason Dahlkert. That's just brilliant. Swedish is his, I guess. But I also don't hate Syndicate. That's like part of the name, kind of, not really.
This movie is from the 60s, and it's not
All right.
American. I think its category is.
That's actually a very interesting letter to start with. Oh, zero. Oh, you gotta take the trash when you go. Got it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, guy.
A double arrow, double O.
I'm keeping the O in front. I want to see where this goes. Uh, hmm. How about R?
R.
Or guy. Yeah. How many times do you see letter O start anything? Like you never do. That's kind of cool having that
Um,
be the start.
Game Guy, you probably know about the show, The Thundermans.
Yeah, they're coming back, aren't they? For some
Yep.
reason, even though they weren't
Yeah,
really that good.
yeah. And from what I understand, they are forced to retire and became like superheroes or either legal or something. I don't even know. And I know for a fact that they can use their powers in the school without even being had to keep them secret. I only saw just a little bit of that show. I have to say the Thundermans were not even that good. But it's cool to see a family with superpowers. But yeah, and that they had one, and the son Max had a a pet rabbit, which is used to being a big enemy to their parents. I was like, okay, turning the enemy to a rabbit, it just yeah, it is so just a little bit overrated in that part. Because similar as for another movie I saw a couple of times, Sky High, where the parents to this teenager young man, um, his parents used a weapon that was built by our arch enemy years ago, but it backfired, and they believed that their main enemy was vaporized. But it turned out it was opposite. That only reversed the age. And this person was around, let's say at least early mid age. But it turned out that back it reversed the process as a baby. So this person had to go through childhood and all that a whole over again. And yeah, it was awkward. The mother in the family was flying, the father was strength, and their son somehow apparently had both. But he was late in development of his powers. But it's a good movie. You probably have seen it. Okay, next letter.
It's Cody's turn. E.
He's an E. Scubazier. Strike
Oh,
one.
sweet. I'm or guy. I wonder what kind of or I am. Gold, copper.
Probably iron ore.
At least a useful or.
That's true.
All
Okay, what's your next letter, bro?
right. N. I'm going with N, which I'm
N.
honestly fine with. Orin.
Strike two.
Well, we've gotten 2 letters so far.
He's an A. Well,
Listen, my name is Arena. Orina, actually. It's like the closest you can get to the actual words. It's an excellent name.
hmm, that makes sense. So, and the word Ren is how you spelled pure in my country or reindeer. For some odd reason that they're the same word.
Hmm.
Hey,
S.
Malachi, if you're watching, what if you don't just join in?
Ornas.
Lucky.
or Arenas. I actually kind of like that better. Arenas. I don't know why. I think that sounds a lot better.
He's an H. Let's
Interesting.
see.
Right, where should I put that? H can go here. Or an as. Or even funnier. I can put H here and it'll be arenas. Now it sounds even closer to what it actually is.
Hmm.
How about L? I'll go with L. And I'll put the L here. Arenals. It's gonna be a very interesting name. Although I don't hate arenals. And there are some L's, so that's always a good thing.
He's a V.
Where am I gonna put
No scroll.
V? You know what? Here, we'll do this. It's here. Varenals. That's a thing, right? Varenals or Vorenals.
Huh. Sounds like a
Excellent name.
sounds like a Pokemon name.
You know what? I can make this better. I'm gonna go with T.
But tea? Huh. I didn't know you drink tea.
Varentals. That's just
He's an M. Cody, if you know the name of the movie, you can always just say it out. Say
um.
it out once.
See, I kind of like Vom Rentals, but where am I gonna put? Oh, you know what? I'll put it here. Vom Rentals. That's the thing, right? Oh
I
boy,
don't
I tell
know.
you,
Maybe it is.
this name is getting incredible. By the way, right? Did we say I?
Nope.
In that case, I'm gonna go with I. For some reason, I didn't. I don't have I on here anywhere. Vom Rental She. You know
Mothra
what?
vs. Godzilla. Yeah, it is.
Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna put a P at the end, and now I'm Vom Rental Ship. It's just excellent. It's an excellent name. I'm putting that on the list. I don't care. It's just too good.
Did you know there is actually an anime series that's called Rental Girlfriend?
That's good, but it's no Vom Rental Ship because that's a thing that exists, obviously.
Okay, Cody, do you have any Hangman you want to do? A future crossover movie directed by me as his choice. Okay.
I really hope Malachite saw that one because I think he would appreciate Vom Rental Ship.
Ah, screenshot. That's all. No worries.
I appreciate
Oh.
that you did that. It's excellent. I'd say Mario
Wow.
Rabbids versus Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Clearly, that's what it is. No, I'm kidding. Oh, oh dear. Swedish, you can go first.
D. Letter D.
That's an interesting letter to start with. D is my first letter.
Well, better than X.
I also realized that I haven't changed my strike as one. That's 0.
Hmm.
A couple D's. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. I, game guy or D guy, I guess, am going with E. I'm ready to see a shit ton of E's. I can't even have 20 in my name. I can't have numbers. Also, this is space here for some reason. I'm just B guy. Big guy, I guess. I don't know. I can only imagine how many E's it's gonna be. Let's look at these 2 letters. So, oh, there's only 5. I'm used to there being like a ton of E's whenever it's a longer one. 5's not bad though. All right, your turn, Swedish.
Hmm. A.
All right, that is a lot of A's. Actually, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8. So like not that much, but like there's a couple. I'm going with T. Beat guy. 'Cause that's clearly a thing that exists. Yeah, I've got 30 minutes until it becomes 5, and yeah. I mean, usually mom this takes forever to get here anyway, so it's not like it matters. But
Yeah, I think it's 2 hours at the most I will do. As usually. Hmm. I'll go with. Oh. Um. Oh boy, there's gonna be N. Letter N. It's a no no.
At least it wasn't H, because then I would have been Death Guy, and that would have been weird. But now I'm Needed Guy. My planet needs me. Needed. All right, that's. You know what? I'm gonna keep this joke running. Now I'm gonna go I. Needed. It's like as close as I can get to needed.
Hmm. Okay. I will go with O. Letter O. Part of your name that says Tid, that is how you spell time in my language. TID. Or as we say it.
That's so. I guess it's
Yes.
knee time, which is kind of cool. But now it's about to become knee timeo or knee tito.
Oh, man. Excuse me. Hey. Well, Valentine's Day. For most people, it's a big happy day, but others are. It is a bad omen day because not having it to celebrate with anyone. Yeah, it is a very Yeah, it's not a good day. Personally, it's the same for me. I mean, even though I have a girlfriend, but not being able to celebrate her personally, it's kind of a big bummer for me, though.
And that's why
Um,
this anti-Valentine's Day. I'm gonna go R.
I did you go for O?
You went with O.
Oh,
Also, I'm Netador. I don't hate this name, honestly. I think it's really good.
well, unlike the name I had for when we did it in the after stream once, Diablo the right, Diablo the Fag, as was
Hmm.
yeah, that was no, no. I prefer to say Gaff or something, but Fag, uh, no. G, letter G, as in gold.
Ah, sweet. I'm gonna be Netador or Netadogger. Actually, you know what? I think that's funnier. Need a dogger. Why not? I love that. You know what? I think that's funnier, actually. Need a dogger. That's excellent. I want
You
you to
need a dog.
screenshot that because that's just excellent.
You need a dog.
I don't just need a dog, I need a dogger. I didn't mean to put the G there, but I think that's funnier, actually. I'll put in that down. That's hilarious. I don't know why I think that's so funny. I just think that's hilarious. Or need a dogger. That's just excellent. I'm going with L. Because you know something? Now it's Needle Dogger. And it's just excellent. Ah, damn. That's worth it to me. Because my thing says Needle Dogger. It is just excellent. Or Neat Till Dogger. I love it. It's so good. Greatest mistake I've ever
Mm,
made. It's just an excellent name.
B. Letter B is in a ball.
Well, Needle Dogger, it's been real. In fact, I'm gonna put the G somewhere. Needledorg. How about I put B here?
No B.
Listen, my thing says Needleborged, so that's just this name is incredible. By the way, I love this name. It's so good. Do I have to say a letter? Cause I really like this name. Needleborged. Uh, all right. I'll take this seriously. I'm sorry. Uh, hmm. How about Y? I'll take Y. Needle Boy Rigged. I don't hate Needle Boy, but you know what? I'm gonna put this here. Near till
Yeah.
Boygood.
Too tired. Oh. I thought of doing a story after this, but screw that. After this, I might just talk to Five Gods a bit before I head out to bed. It's been a
All
long
right.
day. Um, let's see. Ooh. Letter Y.
I said why.
Ah, U.
Near till Boygood. My name is starting to tell a story right now. It's beautiful. In fact, I'm gonna continue this name story. Apparently, I'm going with S, and I'll put the S right here. This is a beautiful story my name is apparently telling for some reason. Near Tail Boy is good. It's a heartwarming tale, honestly. Could become like a movie. I don't even know. I hope you screenshot this, by the way, because it's just incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it afterwards. Don't worry.
I'll do it now, because I really like Near Tail Boy's good. In fact, I'm gonna put that down. It's just a beautiful name story that I'm apparently having.
Hmm. I will say W.
Hold on a second, I gotta put this down because Near Tail Boy's good is just incredible. W. Okay, where do I want to put that? I'll start a new story by putting the W at the end and seeing where that goes. I also realize this is not actually another letter that would even fit in this situation, but I don't care. I'll say also, I think you forgot a letter, but I'm gonna go with H. I'm gonna put the I'm gonna put this here for now. It doesn't make any sense, but it will. Oh, I got it. I know what it is. Let me get rid of W and H. Shall can I, Cody? Can I say what it is? All right, DreamWorks, Shrek, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragons Heroes Unite. And for some reason, you didn't
I
have the K at the end of DreamWorks, but whatever. What's up,
I actually
Sweet?
saw the hmm?
Go ahead.
I actually seen a little bit of the spin-off the series of How to Train Dragons, How to Train DreamWorks Realm, Nine Realms, which is basically taking place in the far future, around 1300 years after the original series, where one of the main characters is named Tom, and he's a direct descendant to Hiccup, an asteroid, and that also his own riding dragon is actually is a nightlight, and that ones are direct descendant also to Toothless and Light Fury,
Hmm.
and they were fighting against one particular dragon, was which is actually based on Norse dragon. I think it was called not a dragon, but more like a sea serpent, but known as a Midgard serpent. Well, coded
Yeah.
that, who knows? possible that it can actually happen.
I'm sure you will. I mean, it sounds like a good movie. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Near Till Boy's Good. That's just, it's just a beautiful name. Hold on, why can't I plug this in? I need to charge my computer, but it's not letting me charge it. There we go. Right.
Use it R. Select one.
Well, he said R. Near Till Boy's Good. And it's been real. You kind of like how my name kind of sounded like it was like kind of like a story. I appreciate that. Also, I'm R guy. Movie. Okay, so there's R. A. Going with A.
Select two.
Really? R I can see, but there's no A. Interesting.
Nope. D.
Oh, oh, Cody, you shouldn't have. I didn't think you knew. You thought I was a rad guy. That's so
D. Select.
nice.
Select three.
It's worth it. My name is Rad Guy. You just you can't beat that. That's so good. Rad Guy. That's like the first time any word has been used that's like actually a compliment. So that's pretty cool. I'm keeping Rad because I kind of like Rad Guy. Uh, hmm. No R, no A, no D. So do I have to get rid of Rad Guy? I kind of like it. No, I got it. I like it, but I got to get rid of it. I'll go with E. And Raid Guy, except it's not how you spell Raid.
One single E.
Better than nothing, I guess. Radis.
S.
I'll go with T.
T.
I'm keeping that too, you know. In fact, you know what?
Select four. No O's.
But it is worth it because you know something? I love Radis guy, but now I'm Radesto. And that's just an incredible name. All right. C, E, and T. We don't know the last thing. I'm thinking about this. I'll go with N. Oh, come on. Get rid of the name. Redeston. I love that. I love, I love it. Redeston. That is an excellent. I'll put in that too. Do we have to get rid of that? It's so good. I don't want to get rid of it. It's so good. I'm putting the H here. I don't care. Redeston. That's like more of like a. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is.
You know? What is it?
Hold on, I gotta do a letter first. Rad Delston. Alright. It's Silent Hill.
Correct. And that movie is, or at least that is only one of the few horror movies I cannot stand. Quite literally, having the main character, the main villain in this, known as Pyramid Head, literally had this metal pyramid shape on his head and wielding this giant sword. Yeah, it's a video game, but it has been made as a live action movie based on it. All I can say is one scene of one of the movies. I don't know if it's the first one or the second one they made, but it's let's say it's very graphic, morbid, and especially for a game guy. And if he saw that scene, he would like being pale as a ghost and probably vomit repeatedly. But that disturbing it was. It involves a woman being well ripped apart, quite literally.
Jeez.
Well, and they also use metal wires to uh, to make that happen. It's just, and it took place in some form of building a church, I believe it is. This is actually taking place in an American town in Virginia. But yeah, it just
Hmm.
ugh, no thank you.
Here, we can do this. I got one. Alright, this no S. I'm gonna put the category as. Hmm. What would the category be? Hmm. I can't think of the word to describe what the category is. Product.
You said E production question mark.
That's the
Ouch.
best word I could use. I couldn't think of a better word than that. I had it and then I forgot what it was. But classic me, I know. But that's your first strike as
D.
D. Well, I get to be Ed guy, but that's your second strike. Actually, no, it's
Ah,
not.
well.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it isn't. No, it is not. Ah, son of a. Well, like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with red. Red guy. Simple and straight to the point, but there is an R. So you did. You got it. Right. Red's your favorite color. At two? Actually, black's my favorite color, but red's my second. Actually, they're kind of tied, honestly.
Blue is my favorite.
Yeah, blue's not bad.
And
Colors
white.
are awesome. I mean, you must be happy because, I mean, I'm red. So, there you go. Anyway, Switch's turn.
L.
Riddle. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this here. Reld. Because that's clearly a word, obviously. You did get the L, so. I mean, you didn't get the L, but you. At that point. S. Wrestled.
A. Letter A.
Let's just put the A at the end. Right. Oh, shoot. I resold a guy. I knew it. Listen, the second he put that, I knew. I think that's funnier.
Hmm. T. Letter T.
Well, I resold that. But let's see here. T is a strike. Don't tempt me. You you resold that guy. You're making this too easy for me. Also, that's your third strike. Three strikeouts. I hope you guys the pictures I'm sharing in Discord.
Hmm?
Alkide's wondering if we've been seeing the pictures he's been showing on Discord. I've been kind of seeing them on and off. How many strikes do
Yeah,
we get? You get well, technically you get 9. Not really. 8 counts as a strike. So you get 8.
but yeah, I've seen those tracks as well. They're pretty cool.
Also, Malachite, my name is you resold that guy. It's excellent. It's an excellent name. You can't beat this. Been getting some pretty great names. All right, so use a strike. All right, Swedish. What's your next letter?
B. B is a B.
That's. I couldn't stop myself. I'm sorry. Listen, my thing says we sold a butt. I love it. I gotta put that down. That's excellent. Oh, that's so good. Ah, yes, sold the butt. That's just excellent. That's excellent. I'll put that down. That's amazing. I love that. Oh my goodness gracious. I'll put that down. I don't care. Be the strike, by the way. I can't. I gotta put that down. That's excellent. It's so good. Can't I keep resold the butt? That's so good. Alright, fine, I'll get rid of it. Uh fine, alright. Rex sold the butt. Okay. Is there any C's? There are no C's. That's 5. Rex sold the butt. That's resold the butt's funnier, but that's not bad. Uh I really hope you got a screenshot of resold the butt. I really do, because it's so good. That's so immature. I don't care though. Fine, I'll put it back. Just say another letter before I do something even dumber with this name.
I. Letter I.
I resold a butt. That's just excellent. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. All right, all right, all right. I'll stop. I resold a Budu because that's clearly a thing that exists. Also, you as a strike. 6 strikers. Right. J? Really? All right. Well, that's a strike. I'm Bulger. I still think that's really funny.
G.
Don't make this funny. I resold a butt jug. That's just excellent. This name is incredible. I love it so much. It's so great. Okay, Kyle, calm down.
If you
Put that G in
do
there.
Easter store request, would it be as a all of the dudes to see that return is gonna do? I may have to look at first if I haven't done the story already.
H. A bus jug. That's also the 8th strike. Your last chance. Apparently, I chose a really good one. I also realized that I put the D in the wrong place. Hold on. I re-put it like where the D would actually be.
Letter N.
N. All right. Oh, actually, did anyone? Did I choose that? Was A a strike? Because there actually is an A. I think that. I think that might have been a wrong strike. I'm making it 7. Just give it a try, Cody. You have tons of letters to choose from. M. Well, that's a pretty good name, but that's also a strike. And even though I counted, but because I counted A as a strike, I'm gonna redo the strike. So now that's 8. It's back to 8. But there's no M. Alright, Swedish, give us the letter. I also missed another N. Hold on a second. Can't believe I forgot that N.
P. Letter P.
P.
Oi.
That should, yeah. You got it, Swedish, or? Oh, well, he joined in, right? As it became 2 hours, and I'm not going to be able to join in any millionaire or, you know.
Yeah, same here. I'm just too tired for that. Oh, but we do one more.
And mom, oh no, is mom here? Oh boy. I think mom might be here. This is bad timing. This
Hmm.
is bad timing. This is bad timing. Hold on. We had a. Okay, hold on. Not sure what you need. Kyle, I'm fine with leaving. We had a problem. We had a problem at. Hold on a second. Everyone, hold on. I'm a little stressed right now. Give me one sec.
All right, Cody. See you up, and have a good time at your interview.
There. All right. I think I figured that out. All right, mom's coming in 20, so this is probably going to be the last one. But at least we have I'm a resold butt juggin. But you know, this is funnier. Let's screenshot it. You know you want to. Screenshot I'm a resold butt jug. Because that's just great. It's a great name. Just do it. Obviously we did it. Alright. It's like it's you and me on the last thingy mabobber. And I will start. Let me get this set up. I will go with A. Because I know I'm not gonna beat I'm a resold butt jug. I'm just gonna go with whatever I get. Alright, so there's an A there. I'll say T. That guy. Oh, that definitely helped. All right. Is that Batutu?
Oh, dang it. Yep, it is.
Come on, you can't hide that from me. I could smell it from here. That was a poor word choice.
Alright, then we take another one then.
Is that Han Solo?
Nope,
Well, wait, Jar Jar Binks,
nope,
Darth Vader,
nope.
my ass.
Huh?
I don't know. Oh boy, this will definitely take a while, even if it is short. I'll go with E. Remember, I don't really have that much time, so
You said
E.
E?
Ah, yes, 1E. That could come in handy though, so I'm not gonna say that's bad. I'm gonna go with A.
You go with A.
Yeah, yeah.
Select one.
Well, so it begins. I'll go with S.
If Star Glimmer practiced an H spell on the mirror and accidentally turned herself the baby, what would I do about it? First she was trying to figure out what spell that Starlight used, and try to figure out a reverse spell. If she can find anything, she'd likely will ask Luna or Celestia for a, and you say S, strike two,
T.
strike three.
Yeah, I'm going with the 8 strike roll, by the way. If I don't get it in 8, then just tell me what it is. Otherwise, we'll just be here forever. Um, N.
N.
N as in nice. B.
Strike four.
Hmm. R. Oh, Kylo Ren.
Yep, it is.
Heard of this character. I never actually seen him, though.
Yeah, so Calorani is actually his self-taken name, but his birth name was Ben Solo. After he became an apprentice to Snoke, it chose the name Kylo Ren, even though he wasn't a Sith. He was more like a dark user. Well, everyone, this was fun. That was the last of the um, Hangman for today. And next stream will be on Friday, which be Swedish history in game show stream. Let's see how that will go. So
Yeah,
I hope that, I hope everyone has a good Valentine's Day so far and get a lot of snacks and all that, like a chocolate, which I haven't. Bummer. But yeah, so I'm hoping that everyone has a good day and see you the next time and around Friday. So well, possibly if I'm not doing something else. But anyways, this is Rich Diablo signing off. Bye.
and goodbye.